ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Acceleration. If the body moves with acceleration, then what is the shape of the graph? Here, body moves with acceleration. So let us say, starting from rest, that means initial velocity is 0. So from equation s is equals to ut plus half at square. So s is equals to half at square. So s proportional to t square. If acceleration is constant, that means body moves with acceleration. So from this, here we can write s by 2s by t square is equals to a. So acceleration proportional to s by t square. Acceleration proportional to s by t square, proportional to. So we have to draw this graph. S by t square. Or s proportional to t square gives constant acceleration. Body starts from rest. Means initial velocity must be 0 and moves with acceleration. That is s proportional to t square, or acceleration can be written as s by t square. Now we have to draw the graph for this. See here. So this is the displacement time graph. Displacement s proportional to t square. If y component is 1, x component is also 1. If y component is 2, x component is 4. If y component is 3, x component is 9. Because s is along y axis, t is along x axis. If y component is 4, this is 16, this is 5, this is 25. Because we are drawing the graph s proportional to t square. See here, this is the condition for acceleration, constant acceleration. If acceleration remains constant, then s proportional to t square. So previous case, we draw body moves with uniform velocity. From equation s is equals to ut plus half at square. Uniform velocity means acceleration 0, then s is equals to ut. So s proportional to t. Uniform velocity means velocity remains constant. That's why s proportional to t. S is 1, t is 1. S is 2, t is 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Like that we draw the graph here. In the same way, for the situation body moves with acceleration. Here body starts from rest, velocity 0, s equals to ut plus half at square. So that is s proportional to t square. For this we have to draw the graph. So 1, 1, okay, 1, 1. Next 4, 2, next 9, 3, next 9, 3, 16, 4, 20 is 5, 25. So the shape of the graph is like this. This will be the shape of the graph we can draw. The curved shape. The shape of the graph is curved shape. On joining like this, the shape of the graph will be like this. Shape of the graph will be like that. So this is the shape of the graph. For what situation? Body moves with acceleration. So by observing the shape of the graph, we have to discuss. So for example, this is for if the displacement time graph is given like that. Displacement time graph is given like this. So this graph is for what condition? Body moves with acceleration. So that must be strike. So for example, body graph starts graph traveling from origin to straight line passing through origin. If the graph like that, straight line passing through origin, for what that condition is, body moves with uniform velocity. So like that, the graph must be, you must remember that. After watching the shape, we must remember the condition. For what condition the shape of the graph should be, like that. So this is the body moves with acceleration. Next, body moves with retardation. So next condition is body moves with retardation. Body moves with retardation means body moves with retardation or deceleration. Retardation or deceleration, both are same. Retardation or deceleration, both must be same. So in this situation, how can we draw that graph? Body moves with retardation or deceleration. In that situation, so body moves with acceleration means if the time increases, displacement also increases. Time increases, displacement also increases. But body moves with retardation means if the time increases, gradually displacement decreases. Retardation means body moves with decreasing velocity. Retardation means body moves with decreasing velocity. Acceleration means body moves with increasing velocity. Increasing velocity means distance increases, displacement also increases, like that. But here body moves with retardation means if the time increases, displacement gradually decreases. Why the displacement decreases? Velocity decreases, body slow down. Retardation means body moving with decreasing velocity, that means slow. Body moves with, initially it moves with maximum, the body having maximum velocity. From maximum to minimum, the velocity gradually decreases. From maximum to minimum, the velocity gradually decreases. So that is body moves with retardation. So here the shape of the graph for the displacement time is initially maximum, like this. This is the shape of the graph for the body moves with retardation. For the body moves with retardation. Body moves with acceleration is like this. Body moves with retardation is like this. So this is the displacement time graphs, possible displacement time graphs. Body at rest, body moves with uniform velocity, body moves with non-uniform velocity, body moves with acceleration, and body moves with retardation. Now, in this situation, for this condition, how can we draw the graph for body projected upwards, body projected upwards, and finally it reaches to ground. And finally it reaches to ground. How can you represent this type of graph? In case of displacement time, how can you represent this graph? Body projected upwards and finally it reaches to ground. Body moving upwards reaches to maximum height and again moving downwards. Reaches to maximum height and again moving downwards. How can you represent this graph? How can we represent this graph? So, body moving upwards, then the body moving against the gravity. Body moving against the gravity. Against the gravity means body moves with acceleration or retardation? Definitely the body moves with retardation upwards. After reaching the maximum height, again the body moving downwards. During the body moving downward motion, the body moves under the gravity. Body moves under the gravity. Under the gravity means body moves with increasing velocity. So body moves with acceleration. During upward motion, body moves with retardation. Why the body moves with retardation during upward motion? During upward motion, the velocity of the body gradually decreases and finally becomes zero. When this condition happens, body moves with retardation, then only the velocity of the body decreases. When the body moves with acceleration, velocity of the body increases. So that is the situation. First, body projected upwards and finally reaches to the ground. Body moving upwards and finally reaches to the ground. So based on this, first condition, body moving upwards, displacement time graph, body moves upwards, that means body moves with retardation. Body moving upwards means body moving with retardation. Next, during downward motion, displacement time, then the body moves with acceleration. Body moves upwards and finally reaches to the ground, the displacement time, and this is upward motion and this is downward motion. If we combine these two graphs, so displacement time this is the shape of the graph. Body moves upwards, reaches to the maximum height, and again from maximum height the time increases, distance decreases. Sorry, displacement decreases. See here, this is the shape of the graph. From here to here, body reaches to the maximum height. Body reaches to the maximum height means displacement is maximum. While the body moving downwards, what happens it is, displacement gradually decreases. So with the time increases, displacement decreases. This is the shape of the graph. The condition, body projected upwards and finally reaches to the ground. This is the situation. So these are about displacement time graphs. So next we can discuss about velocity time graphs. Velocity time graphs. Velocity and time. So previous case we discussed about displacement and time. Now here we can draw the graph for velocity and time. So velocity is taken along one axis, time is taken along one axis. So we can draw the graph between velocity and time. How the velocity varies with the time in different situations. For those conditions we can draw the graph for. So first condition, same conditions previous. So first, body is at rest. Body is at rest. How can we represent the velocity time graph for this situation? What is the situation here? Body is at rest. For the rest condition, how can we represent this velocity time graph? Body is at rest. What is the velocity of the body? Here, if the body is at rest, velocity of the body must be 0. Initial velocity or final velocity, whatever it is. Body at rest means velocity of the body is equals to 0. So this velocity time graph. Velocity is taken along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. Velocity is taken along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. So for this velocity time graph, how can we represent 0? What is the condition here? Body is at rest position. Body is at rest position. When the body is at rest, what is the velocity of the body? 0. How can we represent 0? That's all. Whatever it may be the increase in the time, if the body is at rest, velocity must be 0 only. How can we represent 0? We not able to represent the graph between velocity and time in this situation. if the body is at rest, how can you represent the graph between velocity and time? Nothing we have to represent. Nothing will be there. Velocity is 0. If the body is at rest means velocity is 0. Velocity is 0 means nothing we have to represent. So that is what is the shape of the graph? Nothing. Empty graph it is. Next, second condition. So in the game, what is the previous second condition? Body moves with uniform velocity. Body moves with uniform velocity. This is the condition. Body moves with uniform velocity. So that means velocity of the body does not changes with respect to time. Body moves with uniform velocity means displacement changes with respect to time. Displacement of the body changes with respect to time, but velocity of the body does not changes. For example, uniform velocity, we are moving on the bike. So let us say 50 kilometers per hour constant. If you lock that speed, 50 kilometers per hour, whatever it may be the increase in time, after 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, whatever it is, the speed must be same. That is 50 kilometers per hour. Like that, then the situation is body moves with constant speed. In the same way here in this situation, body moves with constant speed. So the shape of the graph, velocity time. Of course the time increases, velocity does not changes. Of course the time gradually changes, of course the time increases, but velocity remains constant. So the shape of the graph is same as that of straight line passing through or straight line parallel to x-axis. This is the shape of the graph in case body moves with uniform velocity. This is the shape of the graph. Now, because of course with increase in the time, velocity of the body does not changes. That is the situation. So previously we represent displacement time graph, but it is velocity time graph. So the graph is different here. So body moves with uniform velocity. So velocity ki time ki. So we are drawing the graph. For velocity and time. Of course the time changes, velocity does not changes. So the shape of the graph is straight line parallel to x-axis. Next, so third situation, here it is. Here body moves with acceleration. Uniform acceleration, whatever it is. Body moves with acceleration, uniform acceleration. For this, we have to represent velocity time graph. That is important. Body moves with acceleration. Now we can draw the velocity time graph for this situation or for this condition. Acceleration. How can you define acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. Is called acceleration, or equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time. That is called uniform acceleration. Here also the condition is body moves with acceleration. Here the body moves with acceleration. How can you represent this one? It's very important. Body moves with acceleration. See here. This is velocity and this is time. Velocity and time. So for example, equal changes in velocities. Let us say 0, change 1, from here to here the change is 1 again, change is 1, 1, 1, 1. In each and every situation, what is the change? 1 meter per second. Here the velocity changes from 0 to 1, here 1 to 2, next to 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. In each and every situation, the change in velocity is only 1 meter per second. If the time intervals is also same, here let us say 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, like that. In 1 second, what is the change in velocity? 1 meter per second. In 2 seconds, 2 meters per second. In 3 seconds, 3 meters per second. In 4 seconds, 4 meter per second. In 5 seconds, 5 meters per second, like that. So equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time. In the first second, what is the change in velocity? 1 meter per second. In the second, the change is 1 only. In the third second, the change is 1. In the fourth second, the change is 1, like that. Equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time. So how can we draw the graph for this? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, like that. So we get the graph straight line passing through origin. Straight line passing through origin. If you substitute 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, if we draw the graph, that is the shape of the graph. This is the shape of the graph. For what situation? Body moves with acceleration. Body moves with acceleration. That is the shape of the graph. So here, the important thing is we have to calculate two conditions for this graph. First condition is slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. This is the first one. Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. In the previous case also we calculated the slope. What is that slope? Slope of the displacement time graph gives velocity. In the same way here, slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. So that means, how can you calculate the slope here? Slope formula. M is equals to dy by dx. So that is M is equals to, what is the y component here? Velocity, that is dv by dx is nothing but dt. Y component is velocity, x component is time. Y component is velocity, x component is time. So change in velocity divided by change in time, that gives acceleration. So rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. How we can get here? Slope. Slope in the sense y component by x component. Slope in the sense y component by x component. What is y component? Velocity, change in velocity. X component is change in time. So change in velocity by change in time gives slope. So therefore, M is nothing but acceleration, that is dv by dt. Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Or if angle is mentioned, that is M is equals to tan theta slope, or simply we can write acceleration is equals to tan theta. Acceleration equals to tan theta if angle is mentioned. If the angle is mentioned, how can you calculate slope? Tan theta. So acceleration equals to tan theta. How? Why tan theta? In the previous case we discussed. Tan theta formula is opposite side by adjacent side. What is opposite side? Velocity. Opposite side by adjacent side. Tan theta formula. Opposite side is velocity. Adjacent side is time. Therefore tan theta is equals to velocity by time. Therefore A equals to tan theta here. A is equals to tan theta. So this is the slope. So slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Slope of displacement time graph gives velocity, but here slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. So this is one thing. Here based on this, our acceleration can be written change in velocity, that is v minus u by t. Acceleration can be written as change in velocity by time, that is v minus u by t, v minus u by t. So here v minus u. So here body 0 it is. Body starts from the origin. Body starts from the origin. If the body, what is the y component here? Velocity. Y component is velocity. What is the starting point of y component? 0. First possibility is 0 comma 0 here. First possibility is 0 comma 0. So what is initial velocity? 0. If initial velocity is 0, A can be written as v minus 0 by t, therefore v by t. So that is the condition. Actually A is equals to dv by dt. dv by dt means change in velocity by time, v minus u by t. But this point is, graph starts from origin. Graph starts from origin. Origin in the sense, x component 0, y component also 0. What is the y component here? Initial velocity. So that's why initial velocity 0. So A is equals to v by t we can write. Or the same graph, for example, this is velocity time. If the graph is like this, that means, so here x component is 0, but y component is, let us say 0 comma u, for example. So if the graph will be drawn like that, if the graph will be drawn like this, here only x component is 0, that means y component is not 0 here. Initially it is having certain y component. For this situation, acceleration is equals to dv by dt, so that is means v minus u by t. Acceleration is equals to v minus u by t, because initially the body having certain initial velocity. If the graph starts from origin, x component 0, y component 0. So that's why initial velocity I am considering 0, A is equals to v by t. But here the graph is not starts from origin. Graph is not starts from origin. It's having certain y component. What is that y component initially? That is called initial velocity. That's why A is equals to v minus u by t. So this is first point, and it is very important. Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Or if we calculate by using tan theta also we can calculate. Or A is equals to v by t, or A is equals to v minus u by t. Depending on the given graph, we can calculate like this. So next one more point here is, based on this, one more point here is, based on velocity time graph, area under velocity time graph gives, area under velocity time graph gives displacement. So area under velocity time graph gives displacement. Area under velocity time graph gives displacement. That is the second condition here it is. Second possibility. Area means, what is the area of the triangle formula? Half into base into height. Or area of the rectangle formula, length into breadth. Area of the square formula, side into side, or s square or l square, whatever it is. So different shapes having different areas. But here what is the condition? Area under velocity time graph gives displacement. Area under velocity time graph gives. For example, this is the shape of the graph. Area under. So let us say this is the graph. Under this graph, this total area is considered as displacement. Under this graph, this total area is considered as displacement. So here under this area, what is the shape here now? What is the shape? It is triangle. So area gives half into base into height. Here it is the triangle shape. So right angle triangle, it is 90 degrees here. What is the condition? Area under velocity time graph gives displacement. So under this graph, this is the graph under this graph. What is that? That area is equals to half into base into height. Half into base into height. So what is the base here? Time. What is the height? Velocity. So half into velocity into time. Half into velocity into time. So this is displacement. Area gives displacement. We know general formula, velocity is equals to displacement time, displacement equals to velocity into time. General formula in the beginning we discussed already about, we know the velocity is equals to displacement by time, but displacement equals to velocity into time. So here velocity into time. Of course this half is the constant in particular shapes. For example, if it is a triangle, that's why we get half. If it is a rectangle, we don't get this half. If it is a square, we don't get this half. So that's why base into height, half into base into height. So velocity into time is nothing but displacement. Velocity into time is nothing but displacement. So S is equals to velocity into time. S is equals to velocity into time. That is the situation. So this is velocity time graph. Body moves with acceleration. If the body moves with acceleration, so this is the shape of the graph. Sorry, this is the shape of the graph for velocity time, and area under velocity time graph gives displacement here. Half into velocity into time. We know displacement equals to velocity into time. So half into velocity into time. So for example, so this is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph, let us say. If the body moves with acceleration, we got this, what is the shape? Triangle shape. That is half into base into height. We calculated this. But if the body moves with uniform velocity, what is the shape of the graph? Like this. Body moves with uniform velocity. Body moves with uniform velocity. What is the shape of the graph? Straight line parallel to time axis or x axis. So for this, area under this graph, that gives displacement. Then displacement gives, what is the shape it is? Let us say rectangle. Base into height, time into velocity. Therefore S is equals to velocity into time. S equals to velocity into time. So this is area under velocity time graph gives displacement. So for our triangle, this is the formula. Half is the constant. Half is the constant. Half doesn't have any unit and any dimension. So displacement is equals to velocity into time. So that is displacement equals to velocity into time. So that is, so this is the second condition, and these two are very, very, very important. These two. Slope of velocity time graph gives, slope of velocity time graph gives what? Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Area under velocity time graph gives displacement. Don't get confused. Slope gives acceleration. Area gives displacement. So in the further chapters also, whatever it may be, the graph between any two physical quantities. Graph between any two physical quantities. For example, if we draw the graph between force and time, for example, force and time. For example, this is the shape of the graph. Time increases, force also increases. Slope gives force by time. We don't have the physical quantity force by time. Area under the graph. area means base into height, half into base into height, T into F. We have the physical quantity, force into time, that is called impulse. So here force into the force time graph gives force time graph. So that is straight line passing through origin. This is the force time graph. So based on these two given physical quantities, whether the division exists or the multiplication exists. For those two physical quantities, there exists division or multiplication. If the division exists, so y component by x component, if the division exists, then we can find out slope for those. If the division exists, then we can find out the slope. If the multiplication exists, then we can find out the area. So in any physical quantities, in any graph, based on the given two physical quantities, in any graph, just we have to follow these two tips, simple way. So that is, if the division exists, then we can find out slope. If the multiplication exists, we can find out area. That's all. In displacement time graph, we have division. Displacement by time gives velocity. Displacement time by time. But displacement into time, we don't have that physical quantity. Displacement into time, we don't have that. That's why not possible to find out the area under displacement time graph. So that's why we don't calculate. We calculated only slope. We calculated only slope there. We are not calculated, we didn't calculate that area, because displacement into time does not exist. In the same way, in case of velocity time graph here, velocity into time exists, velocity divided by time exists. That's why we calculated slope and area. This is velocity time graph. Second situation, body moves with acceleration. Next situation, body moves with retardation. Body moves with retardation. Body moves with the retardation. Retardation in the sense, so this is velocity time graph. What is meant by retardation? Body moves with the decreasing velocity. That means at the start of the time, the body projected upwards. At the time of projecting, the velocity of the body is maximum. While the body moving upwards, velocity decreases and finally becomes zero. So that is the retarding motion. Body moving upwards and reaches to the maximum height, that is the retarding motion, because the body moving against gravity, that's why retarding motion, velocity decreases gradually like that. So that means initially at the time of projection, the body having maximum velocity. So at the start of the time, if the time is 0, velocity is maximum, because we are projecting in the sense we project with maximum velocity, and the velocity gradually decreases and finally becomes 0. Where the velocity becomes 0? At maximum height. Velocity becomes 0. So that is the situation. So this is the shape of the graph for the body moves with retardation. Here the slope gives negative acceleration. Negative acceleration means retardation. Area gives displacement. So this is the body moves with acceleration and body moves with retardation. This one.